Hello, thank you for joining us. My name is Voltaire, and this is my co-host, Mr. Orville Dedenbacher, and you're watching The Lair of Voltaire, specifically the July edition of the Voltaire Video Newsletter. Now, there hasn't been a newsletter since last April because I've been so unbelievably busy. Now, those of you who know me know that I tend to be pretty busy all the time, but I think I've reached an all-time maximum density here. If you've sent me an email in the last couple of months and I have not replied, I apologize. It is, part of the symptom of having taken on too much, I suppose. And Orville, he's had quite a time himself. He had an operation last week. Yes, you did. Orville's so jacked up he doesn't even know what's wrong with him. He had some internal surgery that needed to be done, and unfortunately, Orville, I have bad news. I lost your hand somewhere along the way. I don't know what happened. I think I might have left it inside of you. In any case, there's so much to catch up on. There's new toys and new books and a new album. But let's start off with the upcoming shows. There's an Australian tour that kicks off this week. So where am I playing? Near you. August 1st, I am playing in Brisbane, Australia. That's Thursday, this Thursday night. Friday, August 2nd, I'm playing in Sydney, Australia. Saturday, August 3rd, I am performing in Melbourne, Australia. And Sunday, August 4th, first time ever, I'll be playing in Perth, Australia. For those of you who live in the United States of America, my next US show is in Baltimore, Maryland on August 10th at Club Orpheus. There is a Vampire the Masquerade LARP earlier that evening, so if that's your thing, show up at 7 p.m. for that. And ironically, I posed for the new Vampire the Masquerade game. I represent the Bali. And here's a photo. Speaking of Vampire the Masquerade, I'll be performing in LA at a Vampire the Masquerade show, event I should say, in September. I also have shows coming up in September in Dallas and in Corpus Christi, Texas, and in King of Prussia in November. And how could I forget my first European tour ever? I have shows in the UK as well as, for the first time ever, in Germany. There's shows in Hamburg and Cologne and Berlin and I believe Vienna, Austria as well. And before we are done, there might be other shows in Europe. So, due to my schedule, none of it's on the website yet, but hopefully we will update that soon. So in the meanwhile, just stay tuned. Sign up for the mailing list at voltaire.net and never miss a show near you. Alright, let's get started, but first, here's a picture of Orville naked on the internet. Oh, Orville, you had a wardrobe malfunction. I took actually lots of pictures of you with no clothes on while I was operating on you. Oh, really? And how are you going to do that? Single-handedly? Many of you already know I'm working on my new album, Raised by Bats. People ask me all of the time, what kind of music do you make? And I never know what to tell them. But, I get called a goth musician all the time. And I think that's because I'm a goth and I make music. But my music's never been goth. I've never made a single album that sounds like Bauhaus or The Cure or Susie and the Banshees. Over the years I've been called folk, dark folk, apocalyptic folk, cabaret, dark cabaret, steampunk, gypsy punk. It seems like every year there's a sort of a new term that people bandy about for what kind of music I allegedly make. But actually I've never made goth music until now, because Raised by Bats is the album I've always wanted to make. I wrote some of these songs in 1984 and 89 and 93 when I had this desire to be quite possibly a goth rocker, but didn't really have the skills or the know-how, and now that I do have some resources and I know how to get things done, I am making that album. I'm not alone. I am joined by some incredible talent on this album. Melora Krieger from Rasputina contributed a beautiful cello track to a song called The Conqueror Worm. All of the drums, once again, are played by my very dear friend, Mr. Brian Viglione of the Dresden Dolls, one of the most talented people in the world and easily the best drummer I've ever met. Guitars are played by Ray Toro of My Chemical Romance on 3 tracks. What a thrill it was to work with him. I flew out to LA to work with Ray, and he's incredibly talented, incredibly sweet, an amazing guy. And I shot a bunch of video of him recording in the studio, and you can see those video clips right here. Just look in the more information below the video for links to Ray playing in the studio. 2 other tracks on the album, the guitars were recorded by a gentleman named Knox Chandler. I've been wanting to work with this guy for 20 years. I met Knox 20 years ago when he was playing cello in the Psychedelic Furs, but he also plays in The Creatures. He plays in Susie and the Banshees. He plays with Dave Gahan. He plays with Depeche Mode, Cyndi Lauper. This guy's been involved with some of my favorite artists, and it might have taken me 20 years, but I finally got to work with Knox, and he recorded 2 incredible tracks for the album, The Masquerade and Sacrifice. And you can hear a lot of this music as it's being made right now on my Soundcloud page. Follow the link below and go, and you can hear all of these tracks as they're being recorded. It's a sneak peek, if you will, into Raised by Bats. And before this process is done, I may have some very exciting news about who is playing bass guitar on this album, so stay tuned. Lastly, since many of you asked, when is the album coming out? It's starting to look more and more like I have to accept the reality that it will not be out in time for Dragon Con. However, I'm hoping that for sure by Halloween it should be wrapped up. So somewhere between Dragon Con, which is September 1st, and Halloween. And I think you all know when that is. And speaking of Halloween, no, you have a Halloweenie, because look what I removed. Your bone. This really is a piece of Orville. It was like an extra bone he didn't need. It was his funny bone. Oh no, he lost that long ago. Well, many of you know that I released a book called Call of the Jersey Devil, in which a washed-up goth singer, that's me, and a group of mall rats find themselves stranded in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey, where they discover that the Jersey Devil is real, and that New Jersey is situated directly below, or directly above, hell. Maybe New Jersey should be directly below hell. In any case, this book has been out for a little while now, and you can get a copy at Amazon.com. If you'd like to know if the book's good or bad, I recommend you go and read the reviews, because over 40 wonderful people who have read this book have left a review there. And if you've read the book and you haven't already, please leave a review at Amazon.com. The link is below. But getting back to Halloween, I'm sure many of you have already heard that my next book is a picture book, possibly even a children's book, and it is called The Legend of Candy Claus. And The Legend of Candy Claus tells the story of a great giant gargoyle named Hargoyle who steals candy from bullies on Halloween and delivers it to good little boys and girls on Christmas. It's pretty warped. I have written the book, and the book is being illustrated by the incredibly talented Miss Shameen King, who, if you have seen my Bitrexual album, you've seen her work. She did the covers to both versions of the Bitrexual album, and she's doing an incredible job on this book. I've started posting all sorts of sneak peeks on my Facebook and Twitter pages. Facebook and Twitter, you can find them there, and pretty soon they'll be on Voltaire.net as well. But just to give you a taste of the book, here's the first couple of stanzas. Long, long ago in a land that I know, almost too far away to believe, began a great tale I used to regale all the children on Christmas Eve. It tells of a creature with a curious feature that sets him apart from the rest. A great mighty gargoyle his mother named Hargoyle for the heart-shaped patch on his chest. Now back in that land there were castles so grand and cathedrals that reached for the skies, and bat-winged creatures lived up on those features away from our curious eyes. For everyone knows, and it's true I suppose, that a gargoyle must never be shown, for if it is seen by just one human being it would instantly turn to stone. There's more, of course, and I like to think it's a really, really touching and wonderful, beautiful story. It's probably one of the most beautiful stories about bullies getting their comeuppance by a giant, terrifying bat. In any case, it's too early to tell who will be publishing this book or whether I'll be self-publishing, and unfortunately it's too early to tell when it will be coming out, although I have my fingers crossed for Christmas. But stay tuned, and you'll be the first to know as soon as I know. Sign up for the mailing list, Voltaire.net. And as soon as there's news about it, I will tell you. However, if you find Candy Claus intriguing, then this may interest you. Ah yes, the book is months away from being released. However, what is in the works is this incredibly adorable Candy Claus plush! Oh, he's so cute. Look at him with his candy corn grin. He's just so adorable. Don't you just want to snuggle him, Orville? With your handless arm? He's just so sweet, and he's made out of pretty much the same materials of the Pony of Doom. So if you got yourself a Pony of Doom, then you know how soft and adorable this thing is. And if you didn't get a Pony of Doom, don't let that happen again. Pre-orders are now open for the Candy Claus plush. I expect that shipping will be sometime around September 1st. So get your order in now, because like everything that I do, it is limited edition, and it is definitely going to sell out. For those of you who asked, how big is the Candy Claus plush compared to the Pony of Doom? The answer is exactly the same size from horn to tail. He's thinner, but he's just as long. So it's really all about thin and long here. I got jokes, but I can't tell them because kids are watching. Yeah. So, go to Voltaire.net/store and place your order today for a Candy Claus plush. And you too will be able to snuggle with one of these at night. Here's something we haven't done in a while. Human of the Month. I have 2 Humans of the Month, and I shall tell you why. This last April, when I was playing at Whitby Gothic Weekend, I was completely flabbergasted by something that I encountered there. As it happens, not one, but 2 different wonderful, beautiful, and talented young ladies made, what would you call them? No. Made confections! One made cupcakes, the other one made a cake, and both of them based on my characters. One of them was a Deddy cupcake, made actually quite a few Deddy cupcakes, and the other one is riding a black unicorn down the side of an erupting volcano while drinking from a chalice filled with the laughter of small children. Cake. Take a look. I am now shooting videotape. Look at these amazing Deddy cupcakes. And you're the creator, I presume? I am. What's your name?
Tallulah.
Tallulah?
Tallulah.
Tallulah, you are very talented.
Thank you.
And they're amazing. How could I possibly put a Deddy in my mouth?
They are fantastic. Well done, sweetie.
Thank you. Make sure to get both types of schools on his belly.
Are they intended to be eaten?
Oh yes, they're for you.
Okay, well.
They're red velvet cupcakes with vanilla bean buttercream.
Here we go. Ready? Oh, it's a lot softer than I imagined. That's what she said.
What a big knife. I've been hiding it.
that guy. And this is the lovely lady who made it. What's your name, darling?
Amber.
Alba?
Amber.
Amber, Amber. Amber what?
Amber Balrog.
I can't pronounce that, so I'll let you say it. You are a very talented young lady. And now, without further ado, we eat it. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it.
Well, actually, you are edible.
I am edible.
You are edible.
You can
Unicorn isn't.
I am edible.
Yes, you are actually made of modeling chocolate.
And
You
all
can
this
eat
time,
yourself.
I thought I was edible.
You can take off his head and you may eat the head.
I couldn't possibly.
It's chocolate.
Oh, that's not right.
He's gone, Sleepy Hollow.
That's not right. And now, I will give myself a little head. I taste good.
Now remember to swallow.
So to Lula and Amber for being so talented and dedicating so much of your time to create something from my imagination and making it so much more delicious, you are my humans of the month. Last month's contest, in keeping with the theme of bats flying through the night. Last month, actually it wasn't last month, it was April when we last did one of these. I had a contest and God, you know, it's so long ago I barely remember, but I think the question was, if we do an Oh My Goth feature film, what bands would you like to see play on the Black Spire? And I said that I would choose a winner at random, and the winner wins this enormous, giant plush bat. Look at this thing. It's an enormous fruit bat. And the winner's chosen at random. So here we go, completely and totally random. The winner is... There you have it. If that was your name on the screen, email me at voltaire@voltaire.net with your mailing address, and I will send you this giant bat. What the heck is this? Well, if you guessed a dollar bill, you'd be half right, because it does sort of look like a big giant dollar bill, but it's a wallet! This is actually a wallet. It's made by a company called Mighty Wallets. Their website is dinomighty.com. And they recently invited me to join their artist collective, which means I get to design mighty wallets like this one. They are made out of Tyvek, which is that odd paper that is used on express mail envelopes. It's super, super tough. It's nearly impossible to rip, and it's incredibly lightweight. This particular wallet is holding 2 credit cards, an ID, a Metro card, and about $100 in cash, and it's paper thin. I love it. Now, as it happens, when they approached me, they were most familiar with Dedi. So I decided I would design a Dedi wallet. Take a look. Now, the way these mighty wallets work is if an artist designs one and 30 people back it by placing an order, it gets made. So I want to say thank you to all of you who placed an order for the Dedi wallet, because it is being made. And you can get one right now at dinomighty.com. Find the link below. I suspect I'm going to be making many, many more wallets, which brings us to... For this month's contest, I'm going to ask for your help. Now, I could design a wallet that's like an Oh My Goth wallet, or I could design a Chichan wallet. I could do one of one of the albums, or of all of the albums. You know, I have a lot of artwork that I've done and that I've commissioned for my albums and things of that nature. You know, the sky's kind of the limit. So, This month's contest, I ask you to suggest what kind of wallet I should design next. And one winner at random is going to win. Are you ready for this? You thought the last prize was a big bat? Wait till you see this. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the prize for this month's contest. It's a bat. A giant, beautiful bat. But it's also a backpack. I guess it's a backpack. Oh, be quiet before I bone you to death with your own... Never mind. It's just getting too weird up in here. It is a bat pack. It has a zipper down the back so you can put things in it, and you can wear it on your back. It is just absolutely adorable, and it is going to be yours if you are selected at random. So please tell me what kind of wallet you think I should make. Put it in the comments below, and when we do the next video newsletter, we will select the winner who will take home this lovely backpack. And that's it for this installment of the Voltaire video newsletter. Thank you so much, Orville Denenbacher. You know, he's normally so acerbic and has so many nasty things to say to me, and I think he was so nice. I think we should give him a hand. Seriously, I think we should give him a hand because he really needs one. Yeah, I hate you too.